All right, guys, so we got a little shipment today. Per AJ Rodriguez put my name on the list to check these things out. So plastic float from Tony Tools. So, you know, first reaction, you take this thing out of the box and it's plastic and you're like, what is this toy? But it's got this whole write-up. You know, it kind of explains a little bit about it. The big thing and the big claim to the fame is how it's pre-broke in. You see, it's got these beveled edges. It's kind of got a beveled edge there. So that's one of the big things they talk about, is how this thing is already broke in right out of the box. But that's not the first thing I noticed as soon as I grabbed it. As soon as I grabbed it, you grab it. Look at this handle, okay? You grab it like you would a normal float, you would think, right? And it feels weird. It just doesn't feel right. And I saw Joe Redwine did a video too, and he said the same thing. But this float was obviously designed by a guy who spent many, many hours on kneeboards resting on a float, and who's had to rub and rub and rub some concrete. Anybody who's had to rub concrete until your knuckles are bleeding, like AJ says, knows why this handles this way. When you're out and you're scrubbing mud, very seldom do you ever see anybody with the float like this who's actually scrubbing. When you're out there and you're working, it's always like this. Look at that. That is genius. I can't tell you how many times I've came home with my hand right here just throbbing from your normal float, and you rest your hand right there. Look, you can see on mine, this one's just getting broken. This is I think they call it the Hog or something like that by Marshalltown. But not hardly this side, but it's all starting to wear on this side because the guys who are rubbing, they turn their floats like this. And that starts to hurt after a while right here in the palm of your hand. This float, non-existent. I can't wait to try this rubbing some mud. So obviously, when you turn your float around and you're starting to rub and you're starting to put, it starts to wear like this bad dude right here, right? But it starts to wear into this same pattern that this is already broke in with. This isn't broke in like this to go out there like that and touch up stuff. This is broke in like this for this. Man, I cannot wait to use this on some hard mud. This is, the design of this thing is perfect. I can't tell you about the longevity. I don't know. I'm sure it's going to hold up like most other plastic or carbon floats or whatever they're made of. But the design of the handle is just what blew me away, right? And like I said, when you rub with your float backwards, it starts to wear exactly like that. This is perfect. Tony Tools. I can't wait to try this, man. Guys, get you one of these. Tony Tools. Let me see. TonyTools.com. Check it out. Put your review out there. Let me see what you think. AJ, tell me what you think, man. I'm excited to give this a try. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one.